All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here with the CGPL Season 3 Finals. We're into Map 2 very quickly. This guy's wasted no time playing. Pretty sure he still has a flight to catch. So let's hope he's going to be going with a trophy in that bag of his. It's going to be the knife round actually went over to Streamline.
Streamline, so they'll start on T-side as the pistol gets straight underway. Pretty stock standard stuff by Immunity, just spreading across the map and finding information. But James won't find information. What he'll find is his screen going black as it fades out, and he gets taken down early on in the round. But a magnificent win on the first map there for Streamline as they look to capitalise on momentum and keep the ball rolling.
Iron will be salty after, I guarantee you. So let's see how they bounce back from that one there. Ferg and Moe, very, very good. There's a smoke in C2. Sniper's not going to jump up on the box, far too risky in this case, and the nade is just rolled at his feet. Emag's the last man standing. And most of Streamline have opted not even to bother sitting on the B side. This aggression, they are out for blood, they are out for victory, and they're out to prove themselves as well. There's definitely a lot about these guys. Emag, he's gone past them all. Oh, really? They're going to go for the knife there. Why not? Don't take it too seriously. It's nice. Even in the second map of the semi-final best of 3, they can have a bit of fun.
Well, to be completely honest, the first gun round that Streamline played on T-side and on CT side, it looked as though they knew exactly what Immunity are doing. And there couldn't have been a more obvious counter-strat on the pistol round that I've ever seen than nades flying directly at exactly where they're going to retake from. So great early work there by Streamline, knowing that they didn't know they'd be here in the final against Immunity, but realistically, I guess the way that they thought it would pan out was that Streamline would finish second to Chiefs and have to play Immunity in the semi-final. So it makes sense that Streamline counter-stratted or looked at a lot of Immunity stuff, playing them in the semi-final, but they ended up playing them in the final, and it looks as though it's paying real dividends for them too.
If that last game is going to prove anything, it's that there is very little separating the top 4 or 5 teams here in Australia.
Well, I mean, we lost to them on overtime. They beat Immunity. Immunity beat us. Chiefs beat Streamline. Streamline beat Chiefs. Vox are going through changes. There are literally 5 teams at the moment right up at that top level of play. And I think that no matter what you say, it's whoever plays best on the day. Streamline getting the best of us in overtime on Mirage, and then besting Immunity even easier on that.
It definitely seemed that way.
Yeah, like they were all together, and they knew exactly what Immunity were doing, and they really put the pinch on them.
Man, they really tried to slow down this push out of bedroom. Have a look at that. Tedwick down to 18% as they shove their way in. Ferg getting chunked down on the site, but does do a fair bit of damage. Actually, I think it was the sniper, the Yaman, who picks up Tedwick there as well. Slow, doing what he does best. He loves an SMG, this guy, always dynamic. Float like a butterfly, and he's stinging like a Mack truck to the face. And again, sniper goes down. Just Ricky left as well as Yaman. The bomb is actually back in towards Peter. Rick can get this 1v1. Actually really mess up Streamline, but Destiny, it's funny because he puts his team at risk a little bit because he likes to go off on his own, but sometimes he just carries the bomb there. So if he gets sort of shut down on his own, and the bomb's sort of out in the open, he can always cancel.
And, I mean, for those of, I'm watching this game and I'm sort of seeing Streamline a lot of the time they're playing very loose, but what they do really well is play loose for about 30 to 40 seconds. After there's that initial period where they take advantage of their extremely good aim, Ustiolo, Destiny, those sort of players, once that the map sort of settled down every round, they have excellent teamwork post sort of a minute. It's like after the minute gone past, but Yaman able to find one, Ricky able to find another, double AWP setup coming out straight away from Immunity, so they're wasting no time sort of sending a message to Streamline that sort of says, we're not going away here. Yeah. We're here to win this. There's a lot of pride on that Immunity team after fighting so hard for that coveted #1 spot off Vox. they don't want to instantly lose it to the next team that comes along. So a lot of pressure on Immunity here to execute well on Dust 2 and take it to a third map. But it's going to be a hard slog because Streamline have already gone up 3-0, and they should be able to buy next round as well.
All right, and Moe wants to have a crack at this B side here. Gavin's going to be watching him come through, but James will be the man to take down Teddy to the periphery. There's the pick onto Moe. So the gun round quite solidly going in Immunity's favour here. Yeah, today, more than I generally have seen him in the past events. Really quite happy to let Yaman do his thing on the AWP. Probably like first and foremost, Dust 2. And I heard Sniper saying it. They said, Dust 2, we want Yaman on a double AWP setup. In fact, in every buy round on their last Dust 2 map, they tried to give Yaman the AWP as well as Ricky. Yeah,
and that's I guess the greatness of Immunity, that they have such versatility in who can do what on their team. And we've even seen, as I think a pretty stock standard eco coming out along here for Streamline, trying to take that long control. There will be 2 CTs. I don't like this for Immunity here if this pop flash is good from the T's. Emag is just going to absolutely cop this one, and he's going to be in a world of pain. He gets 1. He does get 2. He gets no Sniper. That Sniper helping out Emag. So excellent teamwork there from Immunity as they take all 5 down. But I was going to say that we've even seen James AWP. We've seen Snipe with Scout playing excellently. So all of the members of their team, apart from really Emag, do pick up.
Snipe with a FAMAS.
Yeah, we've seen Emag snipe with a pistol a lot of the time too. He's got incredible aim. But yeah, the versatility of Immunity allows them to do this sort of thing a lot.
Now, there's always the expectation that the pop flash would really hurt Immunity there, but Emag avoided most of it just at the right time. It was good timing. He sort of turned to the side, and it was a very minor flash. He managed to get the spray down on 2 almost immediately, Sniper combining nicely with him there. And that's actually something we didn't see much of against the Chiefs on Immunity's CT side, which was really weak against the Chiefs. They actually kept getting dumpstered on that long. This time, well, at least that round was a good sign for them. Maybe they've tightened that up a little bit now. Ricky nading in towards lower. Will connect. Still, he gets chunked down to 62.
And this is something we saw Immunity really well against Chiefs. They play 2 AWPs on Dust 2, but they play 1 at short and 1 at mid. They don't actually play 1 at long like a lot of other teams would. So that allows them max control of mid from a very long distance and aggressively, and sort of really changing it up. But great work there by the Streamline guys to open up the round, but Sverg bleeding internally on 16 health. Ustillo and Ted taking some damage as well, but ultimately they do have the numbers advantage, and it looks as though they're going to execute on A as Ted picks up Sniper at long. So not sure what Ian was pushing for there, but Ricky's going to try and cover the corner, nails Ted, and Ricky surely here will just line up the shooting gallery as they come out. Legs, so 2 players on red HP trying to get into A. This shouldn't end particularly well. Yaman gets a jumping 1B.
To the head, no less.
Oh my goodness, that is why we love and hate Counter-Strike Go, because it shouldn't happen. I hate it when it does happen as a player. It just makes me infuriated. And when I see it as a spectator, it is just a joy to watch because it's so dynamic. So beautiful stuff there from Yaman.
All right, well, that worked out well for Immunity now, and they have made back those 3 rounds that they were down at that first gun round. And speaking of guns, well, Streamline don't have too many at this stage. It's just it's going to be Nico for them now, and you can see still opting to leave Teddy back there towards bedroom, just in case any shenanigans happen in the end. Very quickly the AWP, and finishing up with a pistol as well. He's keeping the pistol out here just in case someone tries to get to grips with him. Destiny, what will the peak timing be like? It was a good nade as well with a flash now coming through. Emag cleans up Destiny. Different side of Immunity in his last few rounds than we're used to seeing. Now Ricky holding for short there with the P250. Doesn't want to use his AWP. Okay, buddy. No, he's going to duck back behind the bomb stack and maybe reconsider here. Not hitting the shots as often today as he had been normally. Actually, Yaman overshadowing him in a couple of ways, but he's always going to be reliable when it comes to the crunch.
The thing about Ricky is that the greatness of Immunity, in my opinion, is that Yaman is one AWPer that you cannot mess with because he's that defensive style AWPer. But on the flip side, when they get onto T side, Ricky's actually the best aggressive AWPer in Australia because he'll be like an entry fragger with an AWP, and Yaman's not that sort of AWPer. He's more of a sit back. So they get the best of both worlds when they get this double AWP setup. Ricky can grab that AWP and just flick his mouse around and get those really fast, crucial entry kills. But Yaman would be the more dependable one to get one after the other. So.
And Ricky got nerfed as well.
Yeah.
So that might explain a little bit there as well. Ferg speaks.
Ferg doesn't really care. We'll just 1B Ricky.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, at the moment, so you're still a setup here towards mid for Streamline. They're actually taking their time here. It's funny, like, they're the kind of players that, as you said, like, they float around for the first 40 seconds or so, and then they tighten right up. It's crazy, and they make these set plays late round that teams often aren't ready for. And Ferg is going to get that pure now. James pushing into tunnels. Didn't have the same success as Moe did in the last few times he's tried to pull that one off, but the idea was at least there. Emag trying to control there from mid. Yaman is just... no.
Yeah, it's all gone horribly pear-shaped for Immunity here, and they should be trying to hold on to these guns, especially Yam with that AWP. I'm not sure where Ricky went down, but maybe Emag will try and find his way back to wherever he died and find that AWP, but he still is in a great position here to actually make a play and kill them both. Emag might be out of ammo. Is he not using his gun? No, he's just changing to his pistol there. So, look, at the end of the day, great work there by Streamline, and what they actually do is they bully you out of mid. And that's something that they did very heavily against us on T side. I'm usually the mid or B player, and Emag puts them to the sword as they try and push him to get the last kill. Yaman able to hold onto that AWP, but yeah, Streamline will bully you out of mid with smokes and flashes and clear you out, and then really not use mid. So you end up being bottlenecked in the sights, and you think they're using mid, so you're trying to hold mid, but from really awkward spots. And they get the jump on you when they actually hit you from the bomb site. So
like just hitting short or something like that.
Yeah.
Whoa, Yaman. My God, does get hit in the process, but still like sends Ustilo flying into the back wall from the force of that shot. As I said, you know, we say he's not much of an entry fragger or not much of an aggressive warfare, but that shot was well placed from him there.
Yeah, finding the head of Ustilo pretty fundamentally there as he goes straight down. But not just the fact that he hit the shot. I guess a little bit of enjoyment that I get out of this sort of level as Destiny hits Emag and Ferg goes straight onto Yam. So entries galore here for Streamline as they roll onto A. And this is not the sort of round after that pick that Yaman got that Immunity would have expected. But certainly Rick's still alive in that pit, able to hold off any pushes. Moe onto Sniper and Moe once again onto James. So picking up a double there. And it'll be once again a player from Immunity saving an AWP.
Yeah, Ricky Wall's going to try and hold it. Oh, not the best timing there for the man. That's gonna smart. Yeah, try and hold on to it there. And it's a couple of rounds here for Streamline here. They're waking up after they sort of, got over the fact that they had to, put on that one eco against Immunity. And now they managed to buy up again. To be fair, the way we've seen T-sides go so far today, Immunity won't be too upset with the way they're going. I think it's okay. But see, Immunity were okay on T-side Mirage, and then it all fell apart. Yeah,
and for me, I guess something that's fantastic is Yam picks up another AWP and gets another kill, which shouldn't surprise anybody at all at this point. But the thing I was really impressed with is the stick-to-itiveness of Streamline to stick to their game plan against Immunity. And they have a fair idea of what they're doing. As you can see, they bullied them out of mid once again with those early smokes and flashes, and now you still are just abusing them and trapping Immunity in CT spawn. And this should realistically be an early save right now for Immunity. Will they? Yeah, they've given up on the hunt completely. Yeah, another round will go to Streamline. But just quickly going back to that Yaman pick before where he got Ustilo with a headshot, it wasn't just the fact that he got the headshot, it's that after he got it, he immediately pulled out his knife, did an excellent moving bunny hop, so it was hard to hit, got all the way back down mid, and then was picking mid in the space of about 4 seconds after he got a B pick. He was fighting in mid. And that's something you see from very high-level players, always taking on a different gun battle. If he had have re-peaked Dark, maybe he would have died and lost control of that side of the map completely. So it's not just the shots that they hit, but it's the decisions they make post-kill that really make a difference.
All right, well, Immunity not really able to make the difference there. They actually had a 3-gun save that time. Decided not to opt to go for the bomb site. Streamline really muscled their way in there. It was quite impressive. And so Ricky just got decimated, I think, as he tried to hold on to that one. Now, Yaman, you got to be kidding me. Yeah, completely decimating them, Moe. He had a crack, but he wasn't even remotely close to being able to pick him up there. Yaman now back in towards mid, as you said. Didn't spend too long in B. Yaman is all about it right now. Ferg did pick up Ricky, though. He's the last man. He's actually got himself set up onto A, but the bomb is a long way away. Finds the head of Yaman in midair, and finds the head of Emag as well. Putting himself in a 1v2. Definitely a lot better than a 1v4, that's for sure. I wouldn't put it past the Ferg man to actually find his feet. He's 3 kills already, so he's going to have to ace it to win the round. The bomb is a long way away from him. He's going to try a little bit of misdirection here, I think, with Immunity. Try and just keep moving Maybe just, as he does, deliberate his best avenue of approach here. He's going to make his way towards short. James set himself up nicely there. Sniper was always going to be there for backup, so Immunity definitely putting their chips in the right place there.
Yeah, and I mean, I've been very vocal about what I think. You know, yeah, I personally believe that Yaman's the best player in Australia at the moment in Counter-Strike Go, and it's for all the reasons that we're just seeing now. His ability to hit shots and then get a kill in B, then mid, almost one after the other. It seems as though it was almost could have been 2 in B. Like, that's how quickly one after the other. And Yaman just seems to have an endless supply of AWPs at the moment. This is, what, I think it's like 5 in a row, even though they've been winning and losing different rounds. He just seems to have like an AWP vending machine that he can throw his money into and just get him for chump change.
That's his teammates.
Yeah, so they've put a lot of faith in him, and for good reason. As he's picking up kills, and as I'm talking, he picks up yet another AWP kill and scoots back to the B bomb site once again. So those rotations working really well. I just would love to see him maybe try and take that AWP to A, because he's being bullied out of mid, as I said, and now he's sort of being isolated in B, where he's doing all his good work. Streamline will attempt to set up for this long hit and go really slowly and methodically, but they have been hitting their shots, so we'll see what happens here as they try and bust out long.
All right, here comes the flash out from Destiny. Here's the run on as well. Bomb being held on this push. That's very, very important. That is kept. Sniper didn't even stand a chance. Ricky now got flashed out. So doesn't want to turn his back on this one. Istillo just decimates in the A-hole from Immunity, showing some of its earlier weaknesses that we saw today. But Emag is there to try and trock it up a little bit. Destiny goes down, a bit of spray towards him. He's going to get boosted up onto the site. Good, quick response here from James to get there. Yaman trying to do some work, but he's a long way away. James, nicely done, combining with Emag to clean that one up. They held their ground, they dug their feet in, and they managed to stave off that push.
Yeah, Emag, although he only picked up 1 kill in that initial spray, he actually took Usilo down to 1 HP and did more than half damage to the other 2. So yes. I think in that little 20 bullet burst, he would have done about 300 to 400 damage. So big. You know, so big for Immunity there.
All right. Let's see how Immunity can go from strength to strength there, if that is their plan. Still going to be heading into lower here. Ricky quite deep on short here, maybe expecting the... Oh my, that is the 100 to 0 nade there. Ricky absolutely on point with that one. Stilo would just be left shaking his head after that one.
Took a bite out of the grenade, just decided that he got hungry.
Just stuffed it down his pants. He said, I'll see you next round, guys.
Yep, pretty
Take
much.
this one for the team. Oh, good lord. All right, Yaman, now just going to make sure he doesn't get bullied out of mid so much, but there's might be a push there. The Molotov was down. I think Streamline were aware of that now, so that'll probably get smothered out, right? So it is a smoke over the door. So
an excellent adjustment being made by Immunity here, actually taking the fight at mid and refusing to give it up, which allows Sniper to come around from behind. And instead of Immunity being forced away and bottled into their sights, they've taken the fight in mid and fought it. And they've pretty much bottled Streamline into short and mid. So now they know exactly where they are.
Yeah, a little bit of flexibility around tunnels if they wanted to go in that direction. It's probably Destiny over with the bomb there, if I'm honest. Emag from Goose. No, actually it was Destiny on short, so sends him back now a little bit. No, Ferg has armor, mind you, and a Famis, so still a little bit of work that can be done here. Smoke even on Teddy, so, you know, I know it's kind of scraping the bottom of the... Oh, my lord.
Yeah,
he's absolutely huge. He's incredible from here now. He's really lifting, I mean, to be fair, he's just been off trops all weekend. He's really has just distinguished himself as a player who's just on another level.
Yeah, he's certainly, I've made no secret about it. As I said, he's certainly my pick for #1, but yeah, he's just really putting his footprint on this particular map. When his team needed it the most, he's delivered in the biggest possible way. I think he could be on some, like maybe 13 AWP kills by now, just like purely on the AWP without taking his pistols into consideration. So
he has dragged Immunity kicking and screaming back into this game.
Pretty much, yeah, absolutely. It's such a huge... Oh, he does actually... He actually connects that shot, hitting Moe down to 18 HP. So yet another AWP hit for Yaman there, as he's just trying to keep that pressure on mid doors, refusing to give the control away. But he's going to have to give it away as his smoke is fading. And, getting the door kill on Moe, a completely unseen kill. And Yaman's actually run out of AWP bullets. This is a very rare occurrence where you have to reload an AWP with only 40 seconds gone in a round. So Yam just like throwing out those AWP shots for whoever will care to run into it. And he'll get trapped here. Good work by Ferg and Streamline, collapsing onto Yaman. James goes down as well. And yeah, really well played there by Streamline not backing away from the Yemen challenge, even though he's been contesting mid pretty tightly. Ferg finds Sniper trying to get an opening in upper dark, but that teammate actually crunches one of his team. Unfortunately for him, doesn't affect the outcome of the round. But Rick will skirt away here with an AK, but Immunity will be nonetheless happy with getting 7 rounds here, and should look to take out the half, as Ricky would probably drop Yaman and AWP. He's bought one. Let's see if it actually gets dropped onto Yam. I should think it does. 17 for 6, and I think, yeah, that was his 14th AWP kill just in my counting. And, you know, just showing absolute class. But Rick has actually decided that he's going to keep that AWP with no armor. I'm not going to say that that's the most team-friendly suggestion at the moment, as Yaman. This is one of the very highest level of plays you can achieve in CS when you manipulate the map to this point. Yaman actually whiffs the first one. It doesn't matter. He'll find the second. And Yaman, by waiting, for those of you who think it's a bit of a joke, Yaman actually, that's a huge play, because he wouldn't have got the third or the fourth without that slight pause, allowing him to get position. Yaman's just fighting everyone on Streamline at the moment. It's 5v1.
What is going
Yaman
on?
is just absolutely hammering Streamline. And as we've experienced so many times, Yaman actually has 21 kills of his own. His teammates combining for a total of 32 between them. Yaman did it to us yesterday on our maps, and he's doing it to Streamline right now. And it is basically Ustilo and Destiny versus Yaman on this map, and Yaman can't help but feel pretty good about the way that's going for him. Win, lose or draw, he's certainly stamped the MVP letters all over this performance. And Ustilo and Destiny go for that mid stack. So this is actually Immunity's pistol round, as far as I can tell. Immunity do this exact setup a lot, so they will know what to expect when they see certain things come here. But Immunity not really getting into anything at the moment. James unable to find one. Ustilo and Ted opening up onto Sniper. James early. Ricky finds Ferg. And where is Yaman? He is at mid doors, and I think we should just have Yaman cam, but Moe just says, you know what, I don't care who you are and how many kills you have. My USP says this round goes no further for you. Fires a bullet out and takes him down. Ricky will find one, but it will be to no avail. A 3v1 now for Ricky, and the odds are stacked firmly against him.
That's it, all right. Well, Ricky's a lot of work to do here. I think Yaman's showing us that he's only human. It's good to do that from time to time, otherwise none of us will ever even bother trying to take him on. But as I said, Moe, trying to keep him honest out there as well. You hear the yelling after the kill. He said, look, mate, I understand that you're fragging hard, but we're going to try and keep you quiet here. So, as I said, there's no I in team.
The light at the end of the tunnel for Streamline, even though you sort of hold tab and you're like, what is happening to us at the moment? Yaman is just slaughtering us. The light at the end of the tunnel is none of the other players in Immunity seemingly can get even a kill at the moment. So if they manage to find Yaman, they either need to run away from where he is or try and kill him with as many players as they can, and then try and let the rest of their team work out what to do from there. As Ferg puts the pain on a couple of guys running out mid. But they will find not a lot of work going on.
The SMG is actually struggling up against the Tech 9s for a minute there. They do all go fairly low, and Mo will now come and do a bit of cleanup here. Ricky's got to back right away, but from behind it was Emag to clean him up, and they all are all about that B site now. A 3v2. I mean, in all the hype and all the mess that's been going on, Streamline have actually allowed the B site to be taken clean away from them. They do have the MP7s though, and Tedwick is a healthy man. You can hear conversation outside as well. They're trying to coordinate this as best as they possibly can. Tedwick with a double! That's exactly what you need to do. And now Sniper's the last man standing. Does have the MP9 though. He will still find him here. If he sounds out on the stage, they're definitely getting fired up. A very, very, very important round for Streamline. You know, yes, the CT side is now Immunity's one, but sorry, Streamline, should I say. And this is where Immunity sort of shone last time around, but different game, different team, and it's a good start for Streamline now, obviously having won that pistol, and it was a bit tight, that one. They still go away with that first anti-eco. Yeah,
and the communications between Ted and Ustilo were pretty good there, as they pretty much nailed the pin site onto B. Ted running through the door while the flash came from dark, so the T's turned around to look at Ustilo coming from dark, as we see Ustilo just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and Yam will get on the gas and try and get away from Ustilo as quickly as possible to prevent the team down, and Destiny rips his face off. So Great timing there from Ustillo and Ted to win that 2v3, I guess it was. And just an absolute slaughterhouse at Longmouth for Ustillo.
Okay, here's the gun round though. That's what we're all looking for. It's the AWP in the hands of Ricky.
I cannot believe Ricky's got the AWP. I cannot think of a reason that Ricky would not be giving the AWP to Yaman at this point.
Probably a combination of things.
It's mind-blowing.
Maybe he's trying to keep himself humble here. Maybe with good reason. It's got to keep it going. The second you start to realise I'm actually quite good, is the second you start making those big mistakes. There's a good nade in there as well towards EMAG. He's trying to turn to 1 health. But you saw how much James can do with 1 health. I'm sure EMAG still has a gun. He can still do the damage at this stage. 8 to 10. This is a really crucial round for Immunity. After already having lost that second map, it's 3 maps or bust really. I tell you what, we've all been very impressed by Streamline this weekend, whereas I am, have the Yaman firing and at alternating times, EMAG and James to a certain degree. Streamline have just a lot of consistent players. Sniper is not having a good event. This has been a very quiet game for him. I know he's a caller, and I know to some degree you can say that, but DevCage a caller, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he still plays, but he still manages to hit the frags pretty hard, man. So
yeah, I mean, to win in CS, especially in Australia, where there's so many aim battles that go on, like you need to have 5 players playing well. You can't really have someone completely playing terribly to win any sort of like really top level game. So Streamline did it against us. I said to you outside that when you said, who was really doing the damage, and I said, to be honest, I didn't really take notice of any one player in Streamline when they were doing it to us. It was a team effort where no matter where we went, we ran into a fair amount of resistance. It wasn't one player just going massive, but sure. Ricky is trying to say, PDG, hold your tongue. I am the #1 AWPer. But Ustillo picks up a double. Ferg with the kill on Ustillo will actually pick up a triple. But I don't want to sound like I'm harping on about this. Yaman went down to a short pick from Ted early on in that round. And if he hadn't had the AWP, I would give you bet my bottom dollar that Yaman would have hit that with the AWP, not the rifle. So bit of weird tactics going on. And actually, Ustillo's picked up the AWP now. So
he's sick of getting 4Ks with rifles, I suppose.
Yeah, he just got bored of the rifle meta, so he's gone to the AWP. And Destiny picks up a double somehow. I don't know where the second one was there.
Yeah, I think he shot straight through Yaman actually to someone else who was unsure. And that Ricky goes down as well. And that is stomp in that round. It was pistol. One person in the crowd clapping. That says a lot about the relative popularity of a lot of the guys from Streamline.
Yeah, look, there's no mystery that they're not the most followed team or the most supported team. A lot of people, don't particularly, I guess, like them. But in saying that, not saying that biasly, like I have my discrepancies with those guys as well. But at the same time, it's even harder to win when the odds are stacked against you and you're not being supported particularly well. So hats off to them and their extremely high level of play at the moment. They're playing fantastic Counter-Strike.
We need to see more from the rest of Immunity. We really, really do. Ricky is, had a reasonable event. It's been fairly quiet. Sniper never really firing at any stage. James, as I said, flashes. It's consistency that wins events, not single acts of greatness. Well, I mean, they do combine with consistency, of course, on their own. They are nothing. Yaman finds Ustillo's hit. Ustillo didn't know what hit him there. He's got the AWP in hand, so PDG, you are sort of satisfied for now. Ricky now picking up a rifle, and Ricky actually saying beforehand he's quite happy to rifle that third, trying to get some spray down at the corner, but Ricky will still find him now for 3v2 now. Is Destiny getting picked? Destiny get the second pick as well. Destiny evening up the score. Yaman is low as well. There's a bit of armor on him, but still, we might use EMAG as the dummy here. Great flash from Destiny. He's really messed things up for Immunity right now. Will he come up to pick out his 4th kill? He's just messing with Yaman right now. It's going to be tough to peek into this. 2 players to peek into. He's got to shoot through them both. The stack was good. Streamline are taking this to the next level, and Immunity getting left in their dust. Seriously, you've got to wonder what they're thinking. It's like, what can we do against this? How do we answer this level of play? Or style of play, even more specifically, the Streamline are bringing? Well,
I mean, I haven't checked the scoreboard in a while for Streamline, but I'm guessing it's Ustillo and Destiny on the top by a fair margin once again. The 4 kill coming in 1 round to go for Ustillo. And Destiny there, for those of you who don't really, it looked as though Destiny was just sort of waving his mouse around wildly. He was actually flicking the barrel of his gun just past the corner, so Yaman had to know that he was there, baited him into taking a shot, and then fell back to his teammates. So while it looked a bit weird from Destiny's POV, it certainly was a high level of mechanics there from Destiny. An excellent play.
Absolutely. Some newbies like me probably would have noticed that. So he's very, very smart to play the stack as well. It's really hard with an AWP. You can't shoot 2 guys when they're sitting on top of one another there. So beautiful Beautiful work from Streamline. Coming up with all the answers here, and Immunity just looking shell-shocked at this stage. Let's see what more can be done, though. EMAG is going to come out from those double doors, looking towards that pit. No one showing their heads in Streamline. Happy just to keep quiet. Immunity, very, very lackluster T-side thus far. Destiny onto Ricky. Ustilo on to EMAG. 3 players remaining for Immunity. They need to pull these guys together. They need to make something happen with them. They don't have the liberty of players to spend now.
And once again, the game opens up with Ricky, Ustilo and Destiny getting the first 2 kills. Ustilo's actually got the next 2 kills, and Ferg pitched in the last one. Can we get a scoreboard check, please? Ustilo 22 for 13. Destiny's actually only got 12 kills, but he has got 8 assists. It seems as though in the last 3 rounds, Destiny's got about 7 kills, so he must have just had a pretty spectacular upturn in the last couple of rounds. You can see there the graph climbing substantially. So those 2 guys are putting the acid on Immunity, and it's up to them to respond.
No, huge curve on that graph there. Moe finds sniper. Immunity are done. Honestly, I think they're really going to be slugging for options here. James gets a quick double, trying to keep his team in it. Smoke is up in mid. We can't see a thing. He's probably going to be able to Molotov his return if he needs to. Back away. Ironically, with Yaman's AWP in hand. Yaman, speaking of the devil, he's actually up on that short. He's going to get mollied out. Clever by Ferg, who really has had some moments of individual excellence in this game. Streamline have just brought all these elements to bear, to be honest. And Immunity have had them at differing times, but never able to bring them down at once. 14-8. 1 minute left in the round. The bomb is held currently at short, and Ferg, he kind of has a feeling about that one, because that nade did some serious damage as well. 1-2 straight towards short. They're going to try and moll him off the side, but Ferg, cleverly enough, already starts to lead to the side. It's a vertical flash here. Let's see what he can do. It was a heavy flash on towards James. Ricky will still be able to pick him up there. Moe is in CT. The bomb is yet to be planted yet, so we only do have control of that site, though. Destiny's going to be coming via short, so going to be that standard short and CT. Takes here for Streamline. All they need to do is keep doing what they have been. The frags have been excellent. Another nade coming out. Moe finds James. Going to be working his way through CT here as well. Going to go for a jump. Point blank shot. He's trying to get some information at the very least. Going to pass that along to Destiny, who has plenty of health, plenty of ability there. Ricky takes down Destiny, though. Now Moe's going to be turned upon. All eyes upon this man right now. With the boomstick in hand. Oh! Gets onto Ricky. Will he be able to make it a second, though? That's the question. No, Yaman picks him up. Nice work. Immunity, hang on. Skin of their teeth. Not 15 rounds yet, only 14. Yeah. Still in this.
You know, not knowing what health the last play was on, I mean, it always was a good option to pull out your pistol after you hit that first AWP kill. It's extremely hard to hit someone at that range and that movement speed. But, you know, an excellent job by Streamline, even though they're losing the rounds, taking max guns away from Immunity once again. So the pick should come out here from Ustilo. He goes down after only 1 kill onto Yaman, but taking down Yaman has been a mission enough for them. Tedwick finds a lovely kill onto Sniper. And this round, once again, is quickly swinging into the favor of Streamline. Destiny able to find James, and is a 3v2. And Streamline have just literally had an answer for everything Immunity have tried to do. Streamline have had a fallback plan. So when something stopped working, they haven't then retried to do that same thing. They've gone a completely different route. And a lot of the time, they're catching the Immunity players well by surprise. But it's a huge 2v2, and Ricky will find one. Destiny does find the other, and this is a massive 1v1. Ricky versus Destiny, the old friends, old teammates, and new competitors. They're so close to each other. Destiny has no idea where Ricky is. Ricky gives his spot away. Don't know that was the best option. Destiny finds a Molotov, burns him out of his spot. Ricky has the clock and the bomb on his side. Can he find the kill? Oh. Destiny wins it! Destiny finds the kill onto Ricky. And, wow, just a big moment there for Destiny and Team Streamline as they power home here. 15-9, and once again we find Immunity on full tilt.
This is the second time in as many games, consecutive games, that Immunity have been down by 4 or 5 rounds with Streamline on match point. You don't deserve to win a game if you let a team get to this point. It's just not good enough. And Immunity, I don't know, man, they're back to the drawing board for them after this one. Streamline just come out of the gates as, yes, arguably a dark horse, but had we known that they'd be able to bring this level of play, we wouldn't be saying that. Their online play was okay. It was definitely okay. I think 3-2 they were. But this has been so much different to that. Look at what they've been bringing to these games is crazy. Yam's going to get the double kill there with the Tech 9 and actually going to make things a little bit easier for Immunity here. Bit of breathing space. Balanced weapon. What an apt name for that weapon.
Yam gets a triple headshot just then. Like, it's, yes, like the pistol's broken and whatever, but getting 3 headshots from that medium to long range with that gun just like illustrates the precision at which he clicks on heads. This is just, it's phenomenal. And Immunity are going to have to help him out. They're going to have to help him try and restore some sort of pride to Immunity at the moment, who are getting just firmly outplayed by the Streamline counterparts.
Who would have thought this grand final would go to 2 maps? What's a possibility here? Streamline are already going to be forcing in overtime for Immunity to even have a chance to keep this one going down. Up on short. It's quite cavalier of the man. He does manage to pick up Ferg and going to duck his head. Now is his sniper, so just come across the screen. Doing his calling job well. I mean, he's managed to keep Immunity in this one so far. There'll be critics of his, I'm sure about that, but, you know, he'll be the first to, to own up to his shortcomings there. Sniper's not the kind of guy who's disillusioned about his ability, I don't think. So Emag picked up Lucillo there to finish off the round, and now 4 rounds in it. Streamline obviously opted to eco on that one now. They will buy up here. You may see them on an eco if they don't win the round, though. So we have an opportunity. They have a window. It's a very narrow one, though.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm not sure if I'm seeing correctly. I think who has the, did I misread the money? I must have misread the money because one player on Immunity still has a scout, and they possibly could have dropped another gun there. So I'm not sure, but Ustillo makes Yaman pay completely, and that's a very, I guess, an average start to the round if you're Immunity, trying to desperately hold on to this game. As you can see the CT spread evenly across the map, so much control. Immunity will try B for the very first time, and it will be to no avail. Ustillo and Destiny putting in the work, and Ricky is now trapped without the bomb for the life of Team Immunity in CGPL 3. It is Ricky trying to go huge. Does he find the first? He doesn't. Moe will win, and it will be Team Streamline against all odds, taking out CGPL 3. That's absolutely amazing.
What a huge victory. I don't really think anyone but maybe the Streamline guys would have expected this kind of result. My God, Team Immunity absolutely decimated there. Utterly shell-shocked. I mean, we saw the first map, Mirage, and we thought, okay, well, it's acceptable that, you know, the community just got outdone on a few rounds, but it seemed like Avant-Garde put up a better fight than they did. I mean, of course, Streamline to bring their A game, and it's a different game completely. But that's twice now that Immunity have allowed Streamline to get out to a lead, and Streamline are experienced enough to hold on to that kind of lead, and they do not give it up, not for anyone.
Well, I mean, the funniest thing is that apart from Ustillo, who now I can't say this about anymore because he's just finished winning a Nationals, all of those players who are in Streamline have won national championships in Counter-Strike. Whether it be 1.6 or Source or whatever the case may be, they've all been winners, not only in Australia, but Destiny and Ferg having that international experience as well. You can never really write them off, but, you know, I've obviously made my thoughts known about that team for quite a long time, but the level that you can't then turn around and say the level of work they've clearly put in to not just their own level of gameplay, but also the figuring out what Immunity was doing, what we were doing. And they actually came through on their group on top, so they managed to beat Chiefs as well. So they've, Streamline on the way to winning, have actually beaten Chiefs, Immunity, and us. So you can't sit back and say, well, if they had not had the matchups they had, they didn't get an easy run in. No, they beat all 3 teams to win. And when you do that, you just have to take your hat off to them and say, well played, and, you know, best of luck to them in the future moving forward, because they've shown today they're an excellent team.
So impressive, isn't it? Really just fantastic stuff. Well, you guys saw it here first. Obviously, we'll be having a presentation ceremony soon, I think, Bench. We're going to pass straight to the stage for that one, or a break first? I might pass to a quick break before we do that, guys. Thank you very much for joining with us so far. What an incredible game. Always a pleasure, Petey, to rep the casting desk with you.
It's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure joining you at the casting desk, Uber.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, we're gonna go to a quick break. No, straight to the stage. All right, then.
Straight to the stage.
In that case, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to pass you over to the stage. And, of course, the man of the moment, the man in the spotlight, the host of CGPL, it's Ben, Sandman Green. Peace.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. The grand finals of the Cyber Game